navigation has confirmed that the parachute has deployed and we are seeing significant deceleration. About 20 meters off the surface.
In the major shakeup triggered by US President Donald Trump's recent executive order, NASA has dismissed its Diversity, Equity and Inclusion Chief, Neela Rajendra. The move is a part of a broader directive that mandates the termination of all DEI-related roles and programs across federal agencies, a decision that has already led to widespread controversy. Rajendra, who is of Indian origin, had been a prominent figure within NASA's leadership for several years now. Her work focused on promoting diversity and fostering inclusive workplace practices within the agency, including the launching of the Space Workforce 2030 Pledge, a high-profile initiative aimed at increasing the representation of women and minorities at NASA and its affiliated organizations. But now her tenure came to a sudden end after Trump's executive order explicitly called for the dismantling of all DEI initiatives, claiming such efforts, and I quote, divide Americans by race, color and gender, waste taxpayer funds and have resulted in shameful discrimination. Initially, NASA attempted to protect Rajendra from being ousted. The agency restructured her role and moved her into a newly formed position titled Head of the Office of Team Excellence and Employee Success. Though her new job title was different, her core responsibilities, including overseeing employee resource groups and diversity-focused teams like the Black Excellence Strategic Team, remained the same. This maneuver allowed Rajendra to remain in place even after NASA shut down its broader DEI department in March 2025. At that time, nearly 900 DEI-related roles across the agency were eliminated due to the funding issues and compliance with the Trump administration's policy. Rajendra was one of the few leaders who survived that wave, at least temporarily. But earlier this month, under increased scrutiny and enforcement from the federal government, even that workaround collapsed. Last week, staff at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory received an internal email from Director Lori Lessin confirming Rajendra's departure. The email read, Neela Rajendra is no longer working at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. We are incredibly grateful for the lasting impact she made to our organization. We wish her the very best. Rajendra had spoken publicly about her revised role as recently as March. On LinkedIn, she described her work as an effort to, and I quote, unlock our potential to dare mighty things together, echoing the agency's own aspirational motto. Her dismissal is now part of a growing wave of DEI rollbacks across US federal agencies. NASA's compliance places it in line with the several other government departments that have entirely eliminated diversity programs under the Trump order. Supporters of DEI programs are calling Rajendra's termination a significant setback to progress made in workplace equity, especially in STEM fields. Critics of the executive order argue that it threatens to erase years of institutional progress towards inclusive hiring, representation and safe work environments for underrepresented communities. Neela Rajendra's exit marks the end of a notable chapter at NASA, where diversity and excellence were once seen as complementary, not contradictory. As the political debate over DEI rages on, her departure stands as a symbol of the wider ideological clash unfolding across the US government and the future of inclusion in public service. For more updates and stories like this, keep watching the Indian Express.